mind-blowing, I think. Yeah, mind-blowing. Okay, I'm not making 50,000 a week yet, but we are on our way. As a matter of fact, we already earned multiple six figures in a company that's less than 3 years old. That's amazing. Okay, all right. Let's go into the nitty gritty of the pay plan, and I'm gonna go a little quick because I want to cover several things. Let me get my pen. Okay, all right, pay plan. Okay. It's so important, by the way. We have right now 19 people here. We have hundreds of people. The most important part of the whole thing in three is important that you know, first of all, how to use the tool, the prospecting, and the pay plan, because that's what is going to give you the belief that you can do this, because it's simple. This pay plan is so simple compared with other ones. I know when people see cycles, they say, oh, that doesn't sound simple. That's genius, and it's simple. It's genius because allow anybody to create a huge income, something that's very tough in any other plan. Unilevels, breakaways, most of the older plans, and we are talking about companies that are older, like Amway, Nu Skin, Shaklee, Herbalife, all of them, they use the old plans. That's Unilevel or breakaway or a combination of both. Those are the old. Then we have Matrix, that's another older plan. And then we have binaries that are the newer plans. We're a binary, but we are not like the other binaries. We are very simple. And I'm going to go into that really quick. Let me share my screen on my computer. I'm going to turn off my camera because when I'm doing this, it cannot distract me. All right. The camera is off, but George is working. Okay. Let me start broadcast. Okay. Okay, perfect. I can see it. All right. Let me get my pen. All right. Very simple. Let's start very simple with the plan. The first part is very simple. Fast money. Fast money. This is especially when you're starting out. There are two. There are the retail sales. Retail. When you get 25% of the sales. This is like an affiliate program. It's interesting because I talked to some people that we have already in the team that they are what they call influencers, and what they do, for example, they promote a product, they show us, it could be a product that they buy through Amazon or a product that somebody is selling through them, and they make only like 3% to 5%, maybe 10% in most cases, and Amazon takes, depend on how much product they sell, but they are not paid like us. We are paid daily. That means you sell a product today, and by the way, it's not going to happen tomorrow because there are no banks. Whoa, I don't know what happened there. I had to find a way how to stop that feature. 25%. Okay. And we get paid daily. Okay. Daily. Oh, it's trying to correct me. Anyway, 25% daily. Okay. Oh, gee, this has been an epic failure today. 25% daily. In other words, you sell something today or in tomorrow, let's suppose that's Monday, then you get paid tomorrow. Direct deposit tomorrow. The second way to make money is the PIB. PIB is product introduction bonus. It's when somebody says, you know, I want to sell products too. I want to make money. I want to create a team. I want to make money. Then it's a PIB. And PIB are the packages that we have in three. And you get paid between $20 all the way to the biggest package that is $350. And by the way, you can actually make more because if a person comes in and they buy several products more than the packages, you can make more. And that's paid weekly. And I call it fast money, and it's the first money that you're going to make. You don't have a team yet. This is the first time when you're making your first money, you're making retail or PIB. I was doing a presentation with somebody a few days ago, and he also is, I don't remember who it was, but anyway, he has a page with where he has several followers. He writes about different topics. And he got super excited because he said, whoa, I can start making a retail and I know a lot of other influencers. That means I can sponsor them and say yes, and that take you to the second page. I created another page here. That's called Team Bonus. This is where the big things start getting super excited. Now, this is you. When you come, you have two teams to build, left and right team. Now, you are a sponsor. Your sponsor, let's suppose I'm going to put it in a different color. Your sponsor is in green. And sponsor is the person that brought you into the team. He or she is building also two legs. One leg, this is left side and the right side. But you see, this is yours. Okay, and this mark show which is your left, which is your right. Okay. Now, this is first some of the benefits. When somebody sponsors you, it's putting you in a place where he or she is building, unless it's a new person is building left and right. But anyway, why is so important? Because this person that sponsors you is going to be putting people here, but also because when they sponsor two people, already the two front positions are busy. The third person is going to be under somebody. It could be here or could be here. That means that you could have somebody under you that came from your sponsor. That's why it's in green. The volume counts for your commission. This is so darn cool. That's one of the benefits. First of all, that's called spillover. Spillover. It's when people come from your upline, people that you don't sponsor, and that counts for your volume. Second, never lose volume. Remember when I told you the importance to be a smart ship before? A smart ship, as long as you're in a smart ship, if you have a lot of volume coming and you're not qualified yet, you get accumulating that volume. Let me show you how. When you have a left and right, you are creating also two banks, invisible banks. You see it on the back office when tell you how much volume you have on the left, how much volume on the right. These are the banks, left and right bank. Okay, let's suppose as soon as you get 600 points in one and 300 in the other one, that add up to 900, you get what is called a cycle. And a cycle pays between $35 and $45. That means that every time you have 600 points in one side, 300 in the other one, or the other way around, doesn't have to be left and right. Left can be 300 and the other side 600. You get a cycle. Whatever extra volume entered there, stay in the bank to accumulate for the next cycle. That could change. The next cycle could be the other way around, 300 and 600. That means that every volume that goes there, every time you have 600, 300, or 300, 600, you get a cycle between $35 and $45. What is the difference? When you have 10 people that you personally sponsor, that could be a combination of customers and BA that are active, you get the $45. But anyway, that means that let's suppose on the 30 cycles, $35. You get one cycle. That means that equal to $35 or $45. You get 10 cycles. That could be between $350 and $450. And this is weekly. I mean, you can make up to 600 cycles a week. And that means 27,000 a week. It's not based in rank. It's based on just your volume coming in. You have people coming in and they're building like crazy, etc. And then you have the equivalent of 600 cycles a week. You are making 27,000 a week or $1.4 million per year. This is important, as a matter of fact. Oh, shoot. And number 3, you can earn up to $1.4 million a year, or $27,000 a week. And this is without any kind of rank qualification. As soon as you have left and right that are building, you can earn that kind of money. And let me tell you why it's so important. In any company, even other binaries, that doesn't happen because there is a limitation. Say, if you are a 1-star, the max that you can make is $500 in a week. If you are 2-star, you have limitation. Here, as long as you have one on the left, one on the right that are active, if the business exploded under you, there is no limits up to $1.4 million a year. Now, by the way, for those of you who say, I don't like limits, there are no limits, and I'm going to show you in a second. But this is the other thing. You never lose anybody. In other words, in other plans, if somebody reaches a rank before you, they take it away from you. And it's very common in most of the companies that are more than 25 years old that use breakaway or unilevels with breakaway. That happen. If somebody in your team reach certain level and you're not qualified, they give it to your upline. It moves away, and you never are able to get that person back. Here, you never lose anybody. That means that you get a superstar on one leg and you're still building the other one. And you say, geez, I'm building the other one, starting to put volume. And in one side, you have thousands of points that come in every day or every day. The other one is still building. But by the way, you're going to get paid on that person that you sponsor that's going crazy to in another way. But this is one of the ways. The first way to get money, like I said, selling products. The second one, PIB, 5-star bonus. Then when your team start building, this is the next part. And then we are going to go to the part that I'm super excited. Well, I ain't super excited about that one, but one of the reasons I'm super excited about this one is because I've never seen this before in any company I have been in. I had the binary that I saw you, but I never had matching bonuses. And the reason the matching bonus is so important, because again, this is you. The company is going to keep track of every person in the computer. I know you're building your people, and then there are 2 legs, everybody in 2 legs. But the company keep track of every person that you sponsor. In that way, it has another place in your back office where you start seeing this. You see this tree and all the people that you personal sponsor. These are called L1, the number 1. This is one of the cool things is the company is going to give you a matching bonus on the people that you sponsor, and the matching bonus go between 20% and 30%. What is a matching bonus? Just to put an example in real estate. In real estate, they exist, for those of you that are familiar, what is called split commissions. They say, oh, we have 80-20. What that means is when you sell a house, you make 80%, the other 20% goes to the company. Now here what we have is a matching bonus. When you have people that are in your team and when they make money, they get the full 100% commission, and you get a matching between 20 and 30%. That means if a person make $1,000, you get up to 30% on that person in that week, because this is paid weekly. The same that, by the way, the bonus before. That's $300 extra you make per week. In other words, you get between 20 to 30% matching on every person. The difference between 20 and 30%, remember when I told you between $35 and $45 a cycle? It's the same thing. When you have 10 people active that you personally sponsor, that could be a combination of customers and BAs, then you get the 30%. But can you imagine getting matching bonus on every person that you sponsor? And doesn't stop there, because we call it L1. That means there has to be an L2. L2, they pay 15% on every person that they are sponsoring, on everything that they are making. L3, all these people, when they sponsor somebody, you get 10%. And L4, L5, L6, L7 is 5%. This is very powerful because it's based on what people are earning. Now, why did you sponsor that monster? And let me go on the link before. That monster in a good way. That is making $1 million per year. This person. And this person is in this leg. You sponsor this person, the other leg is not making much money, you're not having too many cycles, but you sponsor that person. Okay, let's go back here. And the matching bonus, That means if you sponsor a person, you're going to get any of this. That means if the person make $1 million in a year, you're making between $200 to $300,000 in a year with one person, even if the other leg is dead. No, it's not making much. You see the power of this pay plan? This is one of the things that get me excited. And it's simple because, again, first of all, you're making money fast with the retail and the PIB. Then we had the cycle. That's the only thing that sometimes people have a hard time because never heard the word cycles. I didn't before I saw the binaries with cycles. But now I understand that I can pay you unlimited levels, by the way. That's another advantage of cycles. They doesn't have a cycle, don't have levels. It goes unlimited because the volume is what the computer is looking for, not the levels of the company that you have. Let me get out of here for a second. Stop sharing. I hope you see the power there. The power is amazing. That's the pay plan. And then you see, and we have other ways to make money, but I'm not going to go into other details. But that's the pay plan. It's simple. And let me put my video. Okay, I'm back. All right, you can see my excitement. And I'm not an AI, I'm a real person. It's not like the video that you saw. The person that you saw, Julie, Dr. McCoy, she is an AI. And some backstory that I was going to say, how powerful is AI? She got very sick in January this year. And she couldn't run her business. And that's why she created her avatar, this person, an AI. And the AI helped to be the face out there. And they are using AI to run the business. She has some employees and her husband is the CEO of the company, but she's the genius behind AI. And she's creating all these ideas, etc., and all the investment that they are doing. And she said, if it was not for my avatar, I would be out of business, just to give you an idea how the future it is. And she has a video where she goes through her illness, etc. And anyway, what I mean is that this is me, this is for real. You saw the power of the pay plan. And we had the tools, we had the app, we had the now side that is AI based. The more you use it, the more you learn, and you use how AI can help you, especially in social media. Make sure you use it on social media. Now, that's not the only way to prospect. You don't have to know how to put something on Instagram like we learned yesterday. I don't do those videos. I think it's a little more complicated. I think it's easier for me to connect people, even on social media, like I did the training 2 weeks ago. I connect with people in social media. I just start conversation the same way that I will start a conversation in a coffee place. That I do too. The more ways you have, the better. You don't have to be an expert on creating videos like Instagram yesterday, but the reason we brought Haley into that is because a lot of people like Instagram. They like to create. But make sure, learn this and keep it in your head. And I'm going to say it very close. You do not have to learn how to use that if you feel, I had to know Instagram to make money. No, you don't have to. It's another avenue. And if you are going to stop just to try to learn something else, stop the basics, that's not a good idea. Because time is moving really fast today. And when I'm talking, it's economy, etc. Make sure that we are using the basics. And that's why we show you the website in the first part. Any comments really quick? Any comments about everything? And if you are muted, make sure you unmute yourself.
Other than fabulous, George, I don't know what else to say. This is always so enlightening and inspiring every single time. And this is just really amazing. Thank God that we have you on board here to kind of showcase us and lead us in these directions and keep us aware of what's happening. So thank you very much. So happy to be here.
And you're welcome. I'm glad that I'm a nerd because I love to. But when I mean a nerd, the only thing that I don't have my glasses with the thing here, the nerd glasses, because I can see. If not, probably we have one of those.
Funny. George, you're funny. That's the best too. George.
Yeah, thank you very much. Things are happening around us. We cannot hide our head in the ground. I have a friend that he works in the how do you call it, in the world distribution world. He's an expert in chain of distribution. I think they call it chain of distribution. And he said that he's surprised how many people are hiding their head in AI when he see where everything is going, and he see whole companies are going to disappear. Well, you know what, the video that you saw, because they're like ignoring it. Oh, that's going to take 50 years. That's going to take, no, it's already here. Everything's already here. It's just that it's moving very fast. When I went to college, there was a book that was written by French economist that was called The American Challenge. I don't know if ever was translated into English. You know, I saw it in college in South America. And in the book said that it was talking about how the future, one of the things that was going to happen because the change of technology, there were more and more people that were going to be depressed, because they were not going to be used to change, because people really don't like change. And the reason he was saying that is because he was saying in the past, when you go many, many years back, changes used to take hundreds of years. You see, people were riding horses before the car was invented for thousands of years before the car was invented. It's interesting, within few years of the car being invented, then horses disappear as their regular mode of transportation within few years. A lot of people went out of business. A lot of people got, and the gaps keep getting smaller. It's interesting because he wrote this book. I don't know how old was the book, but I was in college. And in the book, he was talking about the gap of technology. The time of changes were going to be even faster. And right now we see that the changes are not anymore every 7 years, 10 years, 25 years, depending on the technology, but are happening daily. ChatGPT introduced, I think it was on Tuesday, something called Atlas. It's a new search engine to compete with Google. The day that they introduced that, Google lost billions of dollars in one day, because that's a new way of search on the internet. And overnight, they have, I forgot how many millions of users in one day. I think it was 100 million users, something like that. Now, Google knows if they don't make a change, it's going to happen like, you remember Blockbusters?